It's 2006 and a lanky 23-year-old is failing terribly in a dimly lit New York comedy club. Fast forward to 2018 and that same man, now unrecognizable in white face makeup, terrifying millions in one of TV's most surreal episodes. Mere months later, he's gyrating shirtless in a viral music video, sparking a national conversation on gun violence.
Police officer fakely shooting a black man.
But just while you were trying to figure him out, he's captaining the Millennium Falcon in a galaxy far, far away. Well, to understand how this man conquered all media, we need to rewind to his childhood. It all began in Stone Mountain, Georgia, where Donald Glover was raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
It was just hard for us growing up. I remember I was like the only black kid at my school for a while.
This outsider status, this feeling of not quite fitting in anywhere, would become the very thing that set Donald Glover apart in the entertainment industry. Glover's journey in the entertainment industry began behind the scenes as a writer for the critically acclaimed NBC sitcom 30 Rock.
On 30 Rock, I was having so much fun writing, and then at night, whenever I could get the chance, if we weren't working late, working on the script, I was oh, I'll do some stand-up.
But Glover wasn't content with being the guy behind the jokes. No, he wanted to be the joke. As such, he landed a role in Community, a show that would launch Donald Glover to the world. As the character Troy Barnes in Community, Glover wasn't just funny. He was vulnerable, complex, and weirdly obsessed.
And if all we need is an scapegoat, I think we should just let this one go.
This was a role that could have typecast him for life. However, Glover had other plans. While playing Troy Barnes in the show Community, Glover was moonlighting as a rapper under the name Childish Gambino. While Glover was juggling Community and his budding music career, he decided to add stand-up comedy to his sleeve, and his comedy special Weirdo showcased a different side of Glover.
I feel bad for a lot of people who come from the show, people bring their kids and stuff like that, and they'll be like, oh, he's gonna do Troy and Abed, and I'm just like, dicks, and then, let's go.
Raw, unfiltered, and deeply personal was the theme that would later become a recurring motif in Glover's work. In a bold move that puzzled many at the time, Glover decided to leave Community in its 5th season.
I just don't want to have a job anymore. I don't want to have a boss. I don't want to do that anymore. I feel like, if I stayed there, I'd be doing my life a disservice.
This was an exemplified aspect of Glover's willingness to risk being himself as he saw fit, even at the height of success on the show. However, Glover's transition into music as Childish Gambino is perhaps the most striking example of his refusal to be defined by any single medium or genre.
Watching haters wonder why Gambino got the game. Okay, hold up, wait a minute. All good just a week ago. Crew at my house.
Although after several mixtapes and independent releases, Glover's early work as Childish Gambino was often dismissed as a vanity project.
Up until this point, all Donald Glover has done for me is create this really whiny, pitiful rap music that seemed to come from a really self-centered place.
However, his dedication to his craft and his willingness to evolve would quickly silence the critics.
The cool thing to me is look at Gambino. Gambino is the quintessential artist. He sings, he raps, he dances, he does all these different things.
For Donald Glover, the question he continually pondered to himself was what's next. His answer was Alanta. Alanta is what happens when a creative maverick reigns free. It's a show about nothing and everything at the same time. It's hilarious, it's surreal, and it's deeply moving. In one episode, you might see a black Justin Bieber.
Oh shit, it's Justin Bieber.
And then there's Teddy Perkins, the episode that had Glover play a Michael Jackson-esque character.
Hey, man. Cheers.
Congratulations.
For what?
I choose you.
Unlike anything else on TV, it's disturbing and it's brilliant at the same time, leaving everyone with comments like, "This was so genius, man. Damn, no lie, when he picked the gun up, I felt that like it was a horror movie, but it wasn't. This episode had me on the edge the whole time. Lakeith and Donald killed that exchange. The acting and writing was amazing." This episode alone showcases Glover's ability to transform himself completely. But Glover wasn't done shapeshifting. Merely 1 month later, on May 5th, 2018, with millions of audience ready to laugh, Glover seized the opportunity to use one of television's biggest stages to launch an audiovisual missile straight into the heart of American culture. Glover performs the song "This Is America" on Saturday Night Live. Within hours, the internet explodes when the music video appears online without any grand announcement. Suddenly, everyone became an art critic.
if you're not paying attention, you're not seeing what's happening. It was so powerful because I couldn't decide how I felt.
While you see the music video features Glover dancing shirtless while chaos and violence erupt around him. The public reaction was swift, with some accusing Glover of glorifying violence, and then there were those who simply found it resonating. The fact that everyone in the comment section is joking about this just proves how right Gambino is. The imagery of the gentle cloth wrapping for the guns while the bodies lie abandoned and bloodied and just dragged away without a care is still so haunting. At this very moment, America is hella close to either overdosing, having a stroke, or committing suicide, or all of the above. But here's the thing, all of the backlash only added fuel to the fire as every misinterpretation became a new talking point, making it more relevant and resonating with every gun violence in America.
Videos have emerged of a police officer fatally shooting a black man.
Fatal shooting of an African-American man.
Everybody's talking about this video.
Glover's response was characteristically unexpected. Rather than immediately capitalizing on the success of This Is America, he retreated from the public eye.
To be real, I haven't been on the internet since Thursday night before this Saturday Night Live.
Really?
Yeah, just because I was like, I don't want to be in all the...
It was as if, having detonated this cultural explosion, he stepped back to observe the fallout. When he did return, it was with projects that seemed deliberately designed to defy expectations. And then a surreal, genre-defying final season of his TV show, Atlanta. Atlanta garnered numerous accolades, winning 2 Golden Globe Awards and multiple Emmy Awards.
The Emmy goes to Donald Glover.
Glover's music career as Childish Gambino was reaching new heights as the video for This Is America racked up about 1 billion views on YouTube. The song itself hits #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, going on to win 5 Grammy Awards.
This is America, Childish Gambino.
But for Donald Glover, his reason for making the song was shockingly simple.
I just wanted to make, a good song, and it's something that people could play on 4th of July.
A statement so understated and deliberately obtuse that it almost feels like another layer of performance art. Dominating TV and music wasn't enough, as Glover was at the same time conquering Hollywood too, with appearances in several top box office movies.
Hey, can I give you some advice? You gotta get better at this part of the job.
I don't understand.
Glover continued to showcase yet another facet of his versatility from a galaxy far, far away, as the fascinating character of Lando Calrissian in Solo, a Star Wars story.
Personally, I wasn't all that impressed with the Cheru. No sense of humor or style. Nonetheless, their L3 and I were deep in their sacred time.
In 2019, he lent his voice to the character of Simba in the live-action remake of The Lion King. For Glover, there was often an immense responsibility to take on such roles. But here's the thing, Donald doesn't just dabble in different areas. He excels in them not just as an actor or a TV star who writes, but as so much more.
I'm an actor, a writer, and a singer. Some people have described me as a triple threat. But I kind of like to call myself just a threat.
For Glover, it wasn't just about conquering all media, but it's about the impact he's had on the entertainment industry as a whole. Glover's impact extends beyond his work. In a 2019 interview, music icon Billie Eilish cited Glover as a major influence.
Childish Gambino created me, dude. I don't even know. It's just crazy. That's a god. You can't even put him in a list with other people.
Whether he's writing for 30 Rock, rapping as Childish Gambino, or creating surreal episodes of Atlanta, Glover has always stayed true to his unique vision. His message seems to be that you don't have to choose between being a musician, an actor, a writer, or a director. You can be all of these and more. In the end, perhaps the most significant aspect of the Donald Glover effect is its emphasis on authenticity and constant evolution. As Glover himself once said,
I just want to be honest. I think people are afraid to be honest.